Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final Swiss round of our January monthly tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside, just like running it through my head, Prince of MOBA, King of MOBA, King of MOBA.
I actually
Yes,
prefer Overlord.
Overlord
of
MOBA, MOBA Overlord, MOBAlord, right? MOBAlord.
Mobalord.
Mobalord. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a good. That's a
Jensen
good.
the Mobalord.
Yeah, Jensen Go Mobalord. That's a damn good nickname. All right. Watching the match between Julian and Marcus. I was running like Prince of MOBA ahead in my brain before before even like going to announce it. But anyway, yeah, we're watching match between Julian. I'm not going to even try, and Ko Meng Xuan.
I mean, there aren't three lanes in this game. There's only one, so both players they only can run it down mid. And
Yeah.
we see an island into a Seven Visions, trying to set things up for Julian. Decks that could possibly play this, Living End. I mean, a lot
Mono
of blue
blue, yeah.
decks.
So
do
mono blue,
run
Living End.
Seven Vision. Living End is a possibility. Storm is a possibility, but we did see a glimpse of his hand, and that's a blue white, blue black kind of thing. This even might be a control deck that we are looking at.
This one I think is looks like, oh, I see a hint of red. So it's Jeskai, Jeskai control. So either Esper or Jeskai control. I'm not sure if that's a red land, but I think that's a Steam Vents. He's got what's that called? Spell Queller in his hand. Spell Queller is such an amazing card. And Meng Xuan, I know for a fact he's playing Jeskai. No, not Jeskai. 4-color Saheeli Rai. And this deck just wants to combo off. Like the deck that was banned in standard has now made it into modern. That's how good it is.
It's the lucky cat deck, right? So he
It's the lucky, yeah.
right that brings the cat and then
Yeah.
it comes back.
So gross, right? Like this is. Oh man, why do you have it in standard in the same set? Gosh, I don't know. Anyway, Julien here just running out a snap custom mage for no value at all. Swings in. It feels like he knows what Meng Xuan's deck is up to and might want to go the aggressive.
Gotta go
line.
fast.
Gotta go fast. Like
go fast.
Sonic.
I think it's very interesting to see the way Modern has evolved and the way people play the Snapcaster Mage. The
Yeah.
aggressive Snapcaster Mage was something that people used to discuss quite often. It's like,
Yeah.
is this the right thing to do? And whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
He had no lens, is it?
Yeah, it looks like Meng Xuan didn't have any lens and he just scooped it up. I'm not quite sure what just happened there. I'm not sure. Okay, so Meng Xuan most likely just didn't want to reveal what his deck does. So he could play the other land. He could play, some other weird spell, but he knows that his opponent has 3 mana up, and probably went around and he probably knows like what his opponent is playing, and so
He did Mulligan once before that.
he did. He did Mulligan once, and sometimes you just keep the wrong
It could
hand,
just be the agony of not being able to draw a second land.
yeah.
I mean, compared to stepping on a Lego, I would say that is about twice as painful as
Twice as
stepping
painful
on a
as
Lego.
Lego.
Not
Yeah.
being able to draw your second land in a game of Magic the Gathering.
No. Like Lego is just gonna be like 100 times more intense. Like at least
I mean, one
you don't draw a
hurts you
second land.
physically, but this one scars you
Scars
mentally.
you deep.
But
This
some
one's
some
gonna
people
be-
can argue that because Lego has such a deep association with your childhood,
Oh yeah.
and that's where the term "hitting you right in the childhood" comes from. Stepping on Lego, that is the manifestation of the term itself.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good analogy. But anyway, yeah, you need to rebound from that. Like you need to, especially when you play Magic and you play at like high level competitive, you need to rebound. Like you cannot dwell on the oh, I didn't draw my land last turn, and then that's going to factor into the hand that you're going to keep the next turn. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. You should be looking at your hand objectively and saying, can I win this match with this hand? Yeah.
So both of these players, I do believe, they are 4-1.
Yeah, then no, they're at 3 and 1. So
I mean, it's round 6. So
oh sorry, 4 no, they're 3 and 2. They're 3 and 2.
so they're both at 3-2.
Yeah, so table 5 and table 4, this that we're featuring is table 4 and table 5. We like to feature table 4 because generally the top 8 is not locked until the last match, and the last match always happens on table 4. Okay, so table 4 and table 5 have to duke it out. The winners of these two tables will likely have the highest tiebreakers, and they will be in the top 8. Table 1, 2, and 3 all ID'd, all went for dinner already. They'll be back, with full energy and ready to play the top 8s after this round. But yeah, these two tables, table 4 and table 5. Table 4 with Julien and Meng Xuan. I'm not quite sure who's at table 5. I think it should be Josh. Not quite sure, but maybe it's Josh a lot, and I can't see who his opponent is. But anyway, yeah.
I'm definitely hoping for more of the counterbalance. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit. It seems like
it's jank, man. It's
you said the J word. Okay, it's janky jack.
It's janky deck, but
cool.
it's cool.
It's cool. And rule of cool, you want to see it go far.
That's true. Yeah, Josh actually plays all the weird decks, like, and he does really well with it, which is a testament to how strong he is as a player. Like, you can take, you watch Saffron Olive, and Saffron Olive like plays all the with like Much a Brew. Much a Brew, he takes a competitive deck, but he takes like against the odds. Okay, so his show against the odds is like trying to pull off this like weird ass combo thing, and sometimes he just brings a totally janky deck to the table. And he's able to go like 4-1 or 5-0 in the league. And it's just a testament of how strong the player is. Like, you hear him, run through the ideas in his head, like what I need to do now, what I need to draw to win the game, what my opponent has to have to make sure that he or she wins the game, or he or she controls the game. And well, I'm gonna say it, but I love watching his show that educates me on how to run this show. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Speaking of YouTube shows, I do believe that there's this small magic show, I think, by the Loading Ready Run guy.
Yes! Loading Ready Run, yeah.
Even when I wasn't playing it, that was the best.
It's fun, yeah.
It's so funny.
Fun to watch, yeah. So, alright.
Do go check that out.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun. Are they still producing videos? I've dropped off.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I watched
but their old videos are fun.
One year back.
Yeah, they should be still producing. I stopped watching a while ago lah. But yeah, their videos are quite fun.
It's like office style Magic the Gathering skits.
Yeah. All right, game 2 here. Julien, Meng Xuan on the play and dropping.
Who's that Pokemon?
What do you call it? Voice of Resurgence, and this is probably going to meet with a spell snare on Julien's side, because you cannot let this spell go. Yeah.
So this is a Bunt deck, right?
It's a 4-color deck, like Bunt plus. It just doesn't have black. That's it.
I see. So it's a Saheeli Rai kind of thing.
4-color, yeah. 4-color Saheeli Rai. You've got your fetch lands. You've got, I don't know. You got a lot of stuff. You got fetch lands, which will help you, smooth out your draws. And here we go, another
Voice of Resurgence.
That's a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep, he fell into that trap.
And now he gets land 2.
Yep.
Do they even have basic lands to search with?
Yeah. I think Meng Xuan has at least one green and one white. 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. I think he should have all 4 basics in the deck. Can't be too greedy, because Saheeli Rai requires like red and blue, and your cat requires white. So he gets another white source.
So the green is for the other good stuff in the deck.
Yeah, the greens also for Eldritch Evolution, greens for Eternal Witness. What else is the green for? Kitchen Finks, if you're running it, well, that's green and white. What else do you want? Track Tasks. Well, a whole bunch of creatures.
I guess.
And Oath of Nissa as well. So yeah, Oath of Nissa also a good fixer. For that mana.
So what's so special about Oath of Nissa?
So Oath of Nissa, yeah, let's bring it. Let's bring up the card. Oath of Nissa. Da-da-da. So Oath of Nissa. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. So for 1 mana, you can look at the next 3 cards and you can gain. You basically replace herself. Okay. But the second part, this is where it's more important. The second part, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast planeswalker spells, which means that you don't really need the red mana for Saheeli Rai. Yeah, exactly. So Meng Xuan there baiting out the spell queller with the Oath of Nissa, and Julian, I won't say false for it, but like he does take it away from Meng Xuan. It is a strong spell. Unfortunately, if he does get rid of, Meng Xuan does get rid of the spell queller, he was going to get back his Oath of Nissa anyway. And now this is a little bit worrisome. It's a 2/2. And Julien here going to take 2 more damage.
Spell color has flying, so the evasion does give him ability to raise through the air a little bit.
Yep. Oh, is that a Scowling Tarn or is that? I think that's a Scowling Tarn. So I think Julien should be at 12, right?
I do believe that's Steam Vents because he did take 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
He laid it down.
I think he should be at 12. I think so. Anyway, Path to Exile here on the Kitchen Finks. You should go for Meng Xuan, like it is thinking out his deck.
Saturates him as well, so that he gets the ability to cast more spells. And we all know that in Modern, when you can cast multiple spells, that is where the insane stuff starts happening.
Yeah, exactly. And Meng Xuan just wants, like, he's got Sun Titan in his deck, which is going to, it's possible to hit the battlefield really, really early.
And that will bring back the Voice of Resurgence.
Yeah.
Or fetch lands.
Or, yeah, exactly. So, let's see what does Meng Xuan want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it goes down to 11. Two damage from earlier. That. Wow, Renegade Rallier here, a nice draw. Or nice card to play on Meng Xuan's side. He's going to get back the Voice of Resurgence.
I'm gonna need to flip over my Pokédex because I have no idea what this
Renegade
Pokemon
Rallier?
do.
Renegade Rallier. Okay, let's go. Renegade Rallier. Oh, I'll put there Renegade. Renegade Rallier. Okay, there we go. How many is that? 5 stars. 5 stars, 0 votes. Okay, nobody votes on Oracle anymore. Renegade Rallier, 3 mana, 3/2. Revolt. When Renegade Rallier enters the battlefield, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, return target permanent card with converted mana cost 2 or less from the battlefield, from the graveyard to the battlefield. Extremely strong card, and this card actually enables Meng Xuan's deck to go off on a turn 2 kill. Which is amazing.
Now,
Like,
explain to me how this turn 2 kill works.
okay, so turn 1. Turn 1 I put a Birds of Paradise or I put Noble Hierarch onto the battlefield. So that means on turn 2 I will have 3 mana. So I tap 2. I cast a Lotus Cobra. Lay a land and get 1 more mana. Okay, so from the Lotus Cobra. Lay a fetch land and get 1 mana. You crack the fetch land, you get another mana. And get an untapped land. So you tap 3, you get 3 mana. You cast a Renegade Rallier. Gonna bring back one of your fetch lands onto the battlefield, you get 1 extra mana. You crack it again, you get 3 mana. You look for and then you cast a Saheeli Rai. So now you have 3 mana, you get Saheeli Rai. You minus on the Saheeli Rai.
To bring the Renegade Rallier?
No, yeah, to bring the Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier comes back, again you get 3 mana. And now you play Eldritch Evolution. Sacrifice the Renegade Rallier to get the cat. Cat blinks Saheeli, right? And then you go off on your combo.
Wow.
Crazy, right? This deck can do it. Like Meng Xuan did it just now. But very rare. It's like the Titan,
That is
the
the
Summer
nuts
Bloom
draw.
there.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
the
the nuts
nuts
draw,
draw.
yeah. It's like the Titan Bloom deck, the Amulet Bloom deck that we saw Pichun go off on earlier.
But that was 3 cards. This is a lot more.
There's a
than
lot more
3
cards, yeah, yeah.
To go
So
off on turn 2.
This is very, very complicated. Like you have, well, actually it's not more than 3 cards.
So you need Bird's Cobra, you need a Fetch, you need the Rallier, you need Saheeli Rai. That's 5 cards.
Plus 1 more land. That's 6 cards. That's it. Oh, and Eldritch Evolution, 7 cards. So your
7 cards.
opening hand, literally, if you look at your opening hand, you got 2 lands: the Lotus Cobra, Birds of Paradise, Saheeli Rai, Renegade Rallier, and Eldritch Evolution. You win the game. Like it's possible for you to win the game on turn 2, especially if your opponent goes like, oh, turn 1, I don't want to take as much damage as I want. You lay a land, Birds of Paradise, and your opponent's like, okay, turn 1, tap land, and then you win.
I mean, but most of the time nowadays, people are gonna leave up a land and they'll have Spell Snare or
For
Fated
sure.
Bush.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's I would say you're kind of going all in onto that. The Cobra comes in, it gets killed, it gets countered. Suddenly you're in trouble.
Yes, that's true. So you have to you have to weigh the risk and the reward. Okay, there we go. Cryptic Command, tap all your creatures, draw a card.
Buy a turn.
Yeah, you buy yourself a turn.
Pass go, collect $200.
Unfortunately, Julien here is facing down a pretty big board. Actually, the score's not 0-1, the score's 1-0. Yeah. Has not changed yet. Alright. What is Julian's response? He's got logic now. He's got a lot of cards that aren't great. You know what he needs? He needs lands. He basically needs more lands. And he needs a Supreme Verdict right now. Alright, so 7 Visions. Hopefully we'll draw him something. A Spell Queller, a little bit late.
What's he gonna set up? That's the Lightning Bolt to the top of the deck.
Was there a Lightning Bolt?
It was a rate card. I
Okay.
think
So
I do
maybe,
believe
yeah.
it was a Lightning Bolt. We shall see soon enough.
Okay.
I think he's gonna pass the turn over to Julian. Play a little bit of draw, go over here.
Yeah, Meng Xuan doesn't have to do much. Like, he needs to fade okay.
In fact, that's the concession coming through from him. He doesn't have enough solutions. The Cryptic Command bought him 1 turn, but
Yeah.
that turn still wasn't enough.
Yeah, he needed a board wipe, and even with a board wipe, right, Meng Xuan still had the Voice of Resurgence, so he still get back a Voice of Resurgence token.
I
You
didn't
still-
like
yeah.
the Path of Exile on the Voice of Resurgence
Earlier on the game, right? Like, you can wait. I don't think it was that much of a hurry. I know that you want to keep up the Spell Queller, right? Next turn you want to keep up the Spell Queller in case Saheeli Rai hits the battlefield or some crazy shenanigans goes down. But it doesn't warrant you using the Path to Exile main phase, or at least not at that point of time. Yeah. So
Is Meng Xuan
sorry,
playing
end phase.
Collector Company?
No, Meng Xuan, I don't think he's playing Collector Company. The deck has too many like creatures that have like too many weird costs in it. You've got Birds, Noble Hierarch at 1. You have
Cobra
yeah,
2.
you got Cobra at 2. You got Renegade Rallier, Eternal Witness at 3. You've got Riverwise Augur at 4. And a few other spells at 4. You've got Sun Titan at 6. Like, oh man, the creature density is not enough to make Collector Company good. So Collector Company is still a good card, but you got to build around it. Like, your deck needs to have at least 30% creatures for you to have a pretty good pretty good hit of
Collection of
Collector
companies.
Company. Yeah, the collection of people. Man, when I first saw that card, I was like, yeah, this card is kind of broken, and as well as well documented in our podcast. But yeah, it was like I saw the cards like this card is broken, as well as Kologan's Command. It's like, yeah, these cards pretty damn good, Better buy them
is
when they're
this where
cheap.
you invoke your personal as foretold?
As for told, yeah. No, I always like, yeah, I always go back to the story like, yeah, I was like a desperate raving lunatic trying to buy Kologan's commands at like €2. And now they're like at least 10. It's like, yeah, okay.
Well, at least you have a talent for that. I have a
It's
very bad
easy.
track record of whatever I hype turns out to
Investments.
be very bad, and whatever I say is crap turns out to be very good. When I
Yeah.
first saw Jace the Mind Sculptor, I saw it's a 4 mana blue spell, and this was the era of Rite of the Fairy. So the idea was that you're paying 4 mana to play something on your turn. So I didn't think it was a good card. I couldn't be more wrong.
Oh man, yeah. Dude, that card was actually very, very cheap. That card was very cheap out the gates. Like it was a $10 card. And then somehow, well, we didn't think about it. I mean, like a planeswalker with 4 abilities, not so great. What's one of the abilities doesn't even go up, go up in loyalty. Yeah, boy, were we wrong.
Well,
But-
I guess most of those people had the same thinking as me. It's like, we're also used to the era of fairies. Everything is when you play blue, you're playing draw go.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm paying 4 mana to cast something on my turn that taps me out. I'm gonna get blown up by missed by the click or something along those lines.
And-
Hollow 1 costs 0 to cost. 0 to cast.
Sorry?
Hollow 1 costs 0 to cast.
Yeah.
But then the guy has a Trini Spear. So what happens? I'm confused about this interaction because like Trini Spear we have to pay 3, right? But then so how?
Okay. So let's check the rules for Trinisphere then. Oh, wait.
As in the previous Trini Spear ruling I understand, but this is the current one that I don't get the interaction.
Judge question at hand.
Why
Hollowed one versus
Is
Trinisphere.
anybody asking this
Yeah,
right
Jeremy.
now? Okay, card rulings.
What's your phone smaller than mine?
Because mine's not the XL, mine's just the Pixel 2. Trinisphere's ability affects the total cost of the spell. It is applied after any other cost increases or cost reducers are applied. First apply any cost increases, next apply any cost reducers. Finally look at the total amount you pay. If it's less than 3 mana, you pay 3 mana. It's very easy, you can use Google.
So looks like the answer is it is still 3
It's
mana.
still 3 mana, yeah. Trinisphere is an annoying card. Annoying as hell card. Can you imagine like playing 3 for your Black Lotus? Yeah, not great. No, that's in Vintage lah. I mean like Vintage you can like drop
$3 for Black Lotus any day.
$3. 3 hamburgers. 3 hamburgers for 1 Black Lotus. Alright, Julian here looks like he's got a pretty good hand.
It looks like a 1 land hand.
2 lands. He got Polluted Delta here and a
And that's it.
no, there's a Celestial Colonnade.
Is that Celestial Colonnade?
Yeah.
I see. So it's a 2 land hand.
But
Oh, it
he
is
does-
Celestial Colonnade.
Yeah, he does have Serum Vision, so Serum Vision's pretty good. And I think he should start off with a Serum Visions, not the
The Colonnade.
Colonnade. All right,
I think he wants a mana up to counter something on turn 2.
that's true, but I don't know.
He's on the play after all. If he was on the draw, I would agree with you.
That's true. He does have can keep up spell snare. And I actually have to close the door, otherwise he can hear us.
But he is going to cast the Serum Visions on his own turn. And when he does drop the 1 land, he can threaten Fatal Push, Path to Exile, or Spell Snare.
Oh wow, he pushes a land to the bottom. Yeah, so this is the part where so he decides not to keep up mana for the next turn. And Meng Quan, can he punish this?
Voice of Resurgence.
Man, Voice of Resurgence here would be just really, really strong. Would be a really strong play. Like
Fetches and Shocks. Does 3 damage to himself.
I think he looks for Steam Vents. No, it's sorry, a
Breeding
breeding pool.
Pool.
Yeah, so they can go Voice of Resurgence. Yeah, but still gets the blue mana. Oh wow!
So now it's time for me to ask the more important questions in Magic.
What?
What does the Voice of Resurgence sound like? Is it the voice of a man? Is it the voice of a woman?
I imagine it's actually both. It's like one of those like um altered voices where you can hear like
Layered
both
over
men,
one
yeah,
another,
yeah,
right?
one over another. It's like both man and woman, and so it sounds kind of freaky, but then looks kind of majestic. So you're like very all confused.
But this is House Slytherin we're looking at because there's the Lotus Cobra on the board.
All right, draws and scries 2. More
That is a
lands.
very scary card to look at if you're in Julian's position.
Yeah, you know. Meng
And I
Xuan
think
can
it's
just go off
perfect
next
bait
turn.
if Meng Chen wants to bait out a removal spell for
Yep.
something better later on. Drop the Lotus Cobra, leave it unprotected. You want to kill it, expend your spell now, and then after that, I'm free to play something else.
Mm. Especially since Julien here has played, doesn't have mana up for a spell queller. But Meng Xuan here, wow, drawing a lot of lands. Okay. So I'm going to get 1 mana. Felida Guardian. Saheeli Rai into a Felida Guardian here would be just back-breaking. Okay, so
Fetches?
fetch. 1 land. So he's got 2 mana up now. So 2 mana.
That's
He's got a
3.
total of like 5 mana. Or at least he has access to 5 mana. Did you win? You win? So you're in the top 8?
4-2, I don't know.
You don't know?
Depending on breakers.
What match? What table are you at? Table 5. Oh, you lose.
Ouch!
You lose. Top 16 only. Top 8.
Take what I can.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
Just now, Ming Xuan turn 2 kill.
Yeah. Like he was talking about it, but we didn't get to see it. So, okay.
Table next to me.
Wait. Feria Guardian, bounce a land. Bounce a land. Come on, Meng Xuan. Meng Xuan, come on, bounce a land. Bounce the land. Bounce the land. Bounce the land.
I think Julian might have a response to that.
Yeah.
He cracks the bullet to
I-
Delta.
Yeah, you definitely gotta respond to this. Bounce the land.
Has it resolved yet?
No, it has resolved. It has resolved. Oh, okay. Sorry, it hasn't resolved. Okay. So logic not here. And it goes. Okay.
Counters the immediate threat.
Cobra beat down.
Yeah, man. Cobra.
So Julian called Meng Xuan's bluff, says that I'm okay with you having the Cobra on board. Whatever you cast, you expend your resources, and I have the counter spell on hand.
Yeah, but I don't know how long Julien can keep this up for. He's got explosives that he can cast for 3. He's got a spell queller up right now. Meng Xuan has the E-wit in hand. Oh, okay. Gets rid of the Lotus Cobra. Which man, I'm not a big fan of that. Like,
It's better to keep the spell up.
yeah, it's better. I felt it's better to keep the spell queller, especially since now he doesn't have a logic knot anymore. Previous turn was okay. Like, you didn't have the logic knot, fine. But now Meng Xuan looks like he's clear to just cast the Saheeli Rai. Especially since he's got a fetch land to go with it.
Does Julian even know that the Saheeli Rai is Meng Xuan's game plan? He
Yeah,
didn't see
I
the
see.
first game, he didn't see the second game. Because that
Man, you
probably
can-
is the reason why he's being so liberal with the removal spells.
With the removal spells.
Or is there a Galactic?
Yeah, Galactic. This is going to be a bit tough.
The Cryptic Command is now a brick in his hand.
So let me bring this up because not a lot of people play this card. Also,
I mean, cast from Login,
Yeah.
that's my jam.
this is your jam, right? Like,
That's my jam.
not a lot of people play this card, but okay, spell snare does catch the Galactic, but then not gonna be able to catch the.
You need to tap 1 mana.
But not going to be able to catch the Saheeli Rai. But Cryptic Command can bounce Saheeli Rai anyway, so. Anyway, yeah, Galactic, if it resolved on the battlefield, non-creature spells with converted mana cost 4 or greater can't be played. And then non-creature spells with X in their mana can't be cast. So that affects both. Well, that affects a few cards in Julien's hand, which is no wonder that he countered the Gadok Teak. And there we go, Saheeli Rai, the namesake for the deck.
Yep, I knew he's gonna pick up the card.
Yep. Okay, so he hasn't seen
He
Saheeli Rai
hasn't
before.
seen it yet. So that explains why he was playing the removal spells that way. And then this might be, oh, he saw the cat, he saw the Saheeli Rai, he knows what's up now.
Yes.
And he has to be very careful. He has expended a lot of his answers,
Mm-hmm.
and he might be in trouble now.
Well, he's got Cryptic Command. So here's the good part. Like Julien here has Cryptic Command, which means that if Meng Xuan ever tries to go for anything, Julien can just Cryptic Command, counter target spell, bounce the Saheeli Rai on your turn, and you probably spend a good part of your turn casting all these spells. Unfortunately, Julien here needs to just improve his mana base. He needs to get a bit more mana onto the battlefield.
Is there any universe in which the Saheeli Rai ultimate does anything in this deck?
Social library for up to 3 card artifact cards. Nope, does not do anything. Like absolutely zip, nada, doesn't do jack.
So other than popping off for the combo, all Saheeli Rai does is kind of fix his draws with the Scry.
Yep, that's true.
And ping for 1 a turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Scribe 1. Is that something useful or not? Gonna keep it on top. Looks like down comes, Oath of Nissa. He's going to grab the top 3 cards. Let's see.
Are there any other Planeswalkers in this deck?
No, there aren't any other Planeswalkers in his deck, but there are Sun Titans. They're fun. They're very fun. Yep. Okay.
There's counterbounce.
Counterbounce. Like we mentioned before. He can play the Saheeli Rai again.
Now, explain to me a little bit about this logic. Was this a stand-up play from Julien, or is this a meme play coming through from him? I wouldn't call it a meme play, maybe an edgy play coming through from him. Because if I were him, I've got nothing else at hand. I'm not gonna counter the Oath of Nissa. Just keep it up when he casts something bigger. Then I go for the counter, a much more relevant threat, and then bounce the Saheeli Rai.
Yeah, I would have thought you would do that, but that's also because maybe because Julien here has the engineer explosives in hand. He can cast it for 3, get rid of Saheeli Rai anyway. But I would have waited. Like your opponent's spending only 1 mana to get that Oath of Nissa onto the battlefield. Oh, there we go, Sun Titan.
Well, but to be fair, I think this is his first time looking at this deck. It's like these planeswalkers, they generate value. They're kind of scary in general. You want to deal with them ASAP.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you contain them. And the fact that Julien here used up one of his cryptic commands, like maybe Meng Xuan has enough is brave enough to go and cast the Sun Titan. It looks like maybe he's going for it. What?
Oh, Sun Titan, if it brings back the Gadok Teak, that would be rather problematic for Julien. It blanks
Yeah.
a lot of his future draws.
No, not yet. Yeah, I think so.
There could have been 2. I put 2 Sun Titans.
Oh well.
But he brought it out of lightning bolt range.
That's true, yeah. Sun Titan here. Gonna look at Julien. Say, you have it, bro. You got it. You don't got it.
Mr. Teak is coming back.
Likely Gadok is gonna come back. It shuts down way too many cards in Julien's hand.
I mean, this is the amazing thing about Modern in such a wide format that when you run these kind of homebrews, the most satisfying thing, aside from winning, is playing a card and making opponent pick it up to read it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what the hell is this? It's like, what is this? And why are you casting it? Why is this in your deck? Oh no. And then when you realize a little too late what your opponent's trying to do, like, it's game over.
I mean, this is a competitive REL kind of level, but even at this level, the amount of pressure it puts on people's psyche, but you have a read, okay, I think he's playing some Spirits Bond, maybe Collect the Company kind of deck.
Yeah,
And then suddenly, Saheeli Rai, Oh
And
crap!
then-
That was what the cat was for.
And then the Sun Titan. is
Sun Titan
like,
comes
oh,
out.
Oh, it interacts with the Saheeli, right? Oh no.
I'm being attacked from so many directions. There's the big creatures on the board, and there's a Shredder combo right now. The spell queller does come true.
Yeah, but 0 value spell queller, and yeah, the worst part is that if Julien even Julien can't even cast the engineer explosives, but even if he did, and he blows up the Saheeli Rai, Mengshan is going to get it back with the Sun Titan, and that's even worse.
I mean,
Because
the
you-
Gadok is such a pest right now. He shuts down
Yeah.
so many of the broad answers that a lot of these deck runs.
Yep.
The sweepers can't be used. Cryptic command cannot be used. Anything with X, the Chalice of the Void, Engine Explosive, they all cannot be used. Rendered useless by Gadok Teague.
Yeah, just stuck, man. So. Felida Guardian, you got it.
There we have it. That is the combo. Does Julian have a
Right.
solution? He's tapping for 4 mana, but Gadok Teague. Spell Queller. And he has a response of his
will,
own.
Okay, so Unify will counter target spell if you control more creatures than your opponent. No dispel. No.
There we have it. That's the combo in action. Blink the cat. The cat comes. Create a copy of the cat. Copy of the cat comes in. It blinks Saheeli Rai, allowing you to play the ability one more time. It goes infinite.
And then yeah, you do it over and over and over again.
And all those copies have haste, and you swing for the game.
Shake hands. Mengshan takes it. It looks like he's going to make it into the top 8 alongside Joshua. No, Joshua no. Joshua lose.
Bad breakers.
Bad breaks. But we're going to go to the top 8 very, very soon. We're waiting for the rest of the contestants to come back. But yeah, that was an interesting matchup. I thought. Both players like stumbling a little bit, and I think
Well, the
Julien.
surprise factor definitely
Yeah.
coming out huge from Ming Xuan. We here in the casting desk, we are saying things like, oh, we didn't like the path to exiles, but that is with us knowing what Ming Xuan is packing.
Exactly,
When
100%
Julian's
information.
going to this
Yeah.
blind, we saw him pick up the Saheeli Rai to read it, and the moment of, oh no,
Oh no,
we can't
I
see
made a
his
mistake.
face, but I'm pretty sure the oh no moment happened.
It's like
When
yeah,
he
there
realized
was,
what he was up against.
there was like that drop of sweat and like that cracked window thing in the background. Okay, anyway, yeah. But well played by both players. So good job. All right, we're going to go for a break. We'll be back with the top 8 playoffs in a while. Hopefully there'll be a top 8 playoffs and not everybody's just going to split and go home. But that also means we can go home. Okay, anyway, we'll be back with the top 8 playoffs. In the meantime, just want to remind you that you can join us on the stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Replays are on youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, and do check out our website, GreyOgreGames.com. And if you like all the stuff that we do, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we've got a lot of links in the descriptions below to for you to help support the stream. Okay, we'll be back. See you guys.